Hi, this is Kevin Souza. Thank you for listening to my audios. What motivates you to attempt the journey to your dream over and over again? I'll give you 2 hints a bit later in this audio. Enjoy.
Have you ever gone after a dream, put it in writing, made it a goal, and started working at it, and worked at it, and worked at it, and was failing miserably? Miserably is subjective. To you, it may be miserable, but to others, it may not. And let me explain what I mean by that. Sometimes people will become actually depressed because they have to start all over again. Have you ever built something and you had it going, and things are going great, and all of a sudden the rug was either pulled out from under you due to circumstances beyond your control, or the company went out of business, or the owners just totally went crazy, or something like that. I mean, we've all had situations where we've gone to succeed in something. There are just countless examples. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself in a position where you have to start all over again. Don't let the thought of starting all over again make you depressed. Understand that most successful people end up chasing the same dream multiple times before it ever comes to fruition. Oh, really? I hear some people thinking. I can hear you thinking. And it's just so true. It's true with me. And then eventually became a success at whatever I was pursuing. And the idea is this: if you're not feeding your mind every day with positive, inspirational words from successful people and experts on success, you'll miss that. And that's a subtle thing, because a lot of times people just give up when they didn't, achieve what they were trying to achieve. And then they start believing that, oh, I just can't do it. It's just not something I can do.
What motivates you to attempt the journey to your dream over and over again? I'll give you the 2 hints toward the end of this audio.
And then all of a sudden, they start applying it to other aspects of their life or other dreams that they have written down or have spoken about. And depression is a very sensitive topic, because depression is both physiological and also mental. In fact, it all stems mentally, but I had a tough time with understanding the definition of depression, because when I started learning the principles of success, which was less than a year after I graduated high school, I read that it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it that determines your ultimate outcomes. I took that literally and figuratively. In other words, I embraced that thought, because we tend to respond to things in a reactive mode. We react to things based on our habitual ways of thinking. And I used to think, I don't anymore, but I used to think that if you're depressed, choose not to be. Choose the opposite. And you can say that, it's all cutesy and everything. You come up with these nice quotes about, it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it that determines your ultimate outcome, and that you have a choice. There was a book called The Choice. I can't remember who wrote it. Somebody may remember. That said, we are in control of how we think. I went into long debates in my younger years about people who were depressed and didn't really realize or wasn't sensitive to the fact that physiologically people can become depressed because something's wrong physiologically. Boy, did I have a hard time with that for many years, but I don't anymore, thankfully, because what happens is this. As you develop in the personal development arena, as you're growing as a person, you see some of the things that you can correct in your own self. But you see, our set of circumstances are really not the proper measure of circumstances for everyone else. It took me so long, years, to realize that if somebody's depressed because, they have depression, they have to be on medication. I used to say, what? Oh, come on, just choose not to be. Just choose the opposite of that. And for people that have depression problems physically, it's not that simple. I've never been able to make a public apology to those people because I was wrong. When you're wrong, admit it. It took me a long time to admit that I was wrong, even after I discovered the truth about depression. But, again, when it comes to achieving your dream, and you're having challenges and problems that you feel you can't overcome, most successful people end up chasing that same dream multiple times before it ever comes to fruition. And of course, what principle does that talk about? Persistence, right? And determination. That quote in that book just meant something to me because it took me years to understand that Kevin said they may be really depressed and there's nothing that they can do about it because it's physical, and that's why they're on medication.
What motivates you to attempt the journey to your dream over and over again? Here are the 2 hints. Number 1, it's the intensity of the desire in your heart for your dream. How strongly do you want it? And number 2, believing that you can and will achieve it.
So I just thought I would just bring that up because it's important. I hope everyone today goes out and achieves their dream today. Go out and achieve your dream today, and don't let anybody take it from you. So make it a wonderful day, and we'll see you on tomorrow's call.